World Numismatic Finds welcomes you to a treasure hunt through America's forgotten pocket history. Today, we uncover the top 5 rare 1-cent coins that most collectors overlook. Hidden gems from the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s that could transform an ordinary penny into a collector's payday. From the 1973 cent in dilapidated condition to the rusty 1983 issue, each coin tells a story of age, survival, and unexpected value. Even the 1990 cents in bad shape or the 1988 piece that time has outdated carry secrets the average eye misses. And don't ignore the 1976 cent in chronic condition, a small coin that may hide big worth. These aren't just old pennies, they're silent witnesses to America's changing history and rare opportunities for profit waiting in plain sight. Stay tuned, because what looks worthless might just be your next valuable discovery. Let's get started up with the 1973 1-cent coin. Even though it's a small copper coin, its hidden worth in today's collector market might just surprise you. What was once just a penny in someone's pocket has now become a sought-after gem that could easily draw attention from collectors all over the world, especially from those in the UK who have developed a growing fascination for classic American coinage. The 1973 1-cent coin tells the story of an era when craftsmanship and history intertwined. Struck at a time when the United States was transitioning through major cultural and political changes, this coin represents more than just value. It carries the marks of the people and stories behind it. Made primarily of copper, this coin was produced before the significant composition change in later years when cheaper metals began to replace pure copper. Its metallic richness and authentic detail give it a character that simply can't be replicated in modern issues. Collectors often see it as a symbol of classic American minting, with the solid weight and texture that make earlier pennies stand out in collections around the world. On the obverse, or the head side, you'll find the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a legendary engraver whose initials, VDB, became famous among coin enthusiasts. Lincoln's detailed and dignified profile captures the essence of leadership and legacy, giving the coin an instantly recognizable face that defines American currency. On the reverse, the tail side proudly displays the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity, freedom, and remembrance of a great nation's enduring values. The architectural details of the memorial are sharply engraved, representing strength and heritage. Even in a dilapidated or worn condition, these design elements tell the story of endurance, just as the coin itself has endured decades of circulation. The 1973 1-cent coin holds not only visual appeal but deep cultural and historical meaning. It connects modern collectors to the American spirit of resilience and progress during the post-Vietnam and Watergate era. While most coins from that period were simply used and forgotten, the ones that survived in reasonable or fine condition are now gaining admiration from collectors who understand their backstory. It's more than just metal. It's a piece of the United States narrative, representing an age of reform and identity that shaped the country's modern economic foundation. For collectors in the UK, owning such a coin offers a tangible link to America's numismatic history, an exciting bridge between two great nations' collecting cultures. Weighing approximately 3.11 grams and composed almost entirely of copper, the 1973 penny feels solid and authentic in hand. This weight reflects the era's emphasis on quality minting. Unlike the later zinc-based coins that feel lighter and cheaper, this piece carries a reassuring heft, the kind of detail seasoned collectors look for. Over time, coins like these have become harder to find in clean, untarnished condition, which is what drives their desirability and price today. Now let's move to the key facts that make this coin particularly special. Although the 1973 1-cent was minted in large numbers across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, finding one today in an excellent, undamaged state is no easy task. Most of these coins have suffered from decades of handling, exposure, and corrosion, especially those found in dilapidated condition. However, when a coin from this year surfaces with sharp details and minimal wear, its value increases dramatically. Verified by trusted grading services such as PCGS, NGC, and others, the most pristine examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher, have been reported to reach around $1,800 to even $2,000 at auctions and online platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions. This surge in demand reflects how serious collectors have become about acquiring even the once common Lincoln cents when preserved at exceptional levels of quality. When discussing rarity and condition, it's important to understand that even a coin that appears heavily worn can have collector interest due to its age, mint mark, and copper quality. While a dilapidated example won't fetch the same price as a mint state coin, its value still surpasses face value because of its collectability and historical depth. The fact that these coins are now half a century old makes them increasingly scarce in any form. Collectors are actively hunting for early 1970s issues, especially those with subtle errors, variations in the strike, or rich toning that adds unique character. Each small flaw becomes part of the coin story, a sign of its journey through American hands before it ended up in a collector's treasure chest. The current market for the 1973 1-cent coin remains strong and shows promising growth. Coins certified and graded by PCGS or NGC are consistently fetching higher bids, especially in the MS65 and MS66 range. The growing fascination among UK and European collectors for American coinage has added an extra layer of competitiveness to this market. Rare, well-preserved examples are seen as long-term investments, and even moderately circulated coins are now finding new owners at respectable prices. Whether you buy or sell through auctions, collector fairs, or online marketplaces, demand is only expected to rise as the coin passes its 50-year milestone. For collectors looking to get involved, a few tips can help. Always check the coin's surface carefully. Even a small detail like a doubling in the lettering or an unusual mint mark can significantly increase its worth. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent further deterioration, and if possible, consider professional grading, as certified coins always sell for more. Keep an eye on reputable marketplaces where similar coins have sold for surprising amounts, and don't hesitate to act when you see a good opportunity, because these coins don't stay on the market for long. In conclusion, the 1973 1-cent coin may have started as a simple piece of pocket change, but it has grown into a remarkable collectible that symbolizes America's rich numismatic legacy. Even in dilapidated condition, it remains a prized find for enthusiasts who recognize its age, copper purity, and historical charm. As collectors in both the United States and the United Kingdom continue to discover the hidden treasures within small denomination coins, the 1973 penny stands proudly among them, a humble relic turned rare opportunity. Next up, the 1990 United States 1-cent coin, a humble penny that's become a quiet sensation among collectors and coin hunters around the world. At first glance, the 1990 1-cent coin may seem like just another piece of pocket change, especially when found in bad or heavily circulated condition. But beneath its worn surface lies a remarkable tale of minting precision, collector enthusiasm, and unexpected market demand that has driven its value into astonishing territory in today's numismatic circles. Even coins showing signs of age, corrosion, or discoloration are drawing the attention of serious collectors who know that rarity and history often outweigh condition when it comes to true collectible worth. The 1990 Lincoln cent carries deep roots in American culture and tradition. It features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a symbol of liberty, resilience, and leadership that has been admired for over a century. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, one of America's most iconic monuments, representing unity and remembrance. This coin marks the continuation of a legacy first established in 1909, when Lincoln became the first real historical figure to appear on a U.S. coin. Every cent minted during this era reflects a snapshot of late 20th century America, an economy evolving, a society modernizing, and a culture continuing to celebrate the values that shaped the nation. Weighing approximately 2.5 grams and composed mainly of copper-plated zinc, the 1990 1-cent coin was minted at several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While hundreds of millions were produced, only a small fraction of these coins now attract attention in the collector market, especially those in higher grades or with mint errors. What's fascinating is how even a coin in poor or bad condition can still generate excitement when connected to rarity or a specific die characteristic. For example, certain 1990 pennies with small variations in strike, off-centering, or mint mark placement have appeared on collector platforms and auction houses, fetching impressive prices that surprise even experienced numismatists. Key facts make this coin particularly intriguing. Though common in circulation, uncirculated and well-preserved 1990 Lincoln cents certified by top grading authorities such as PCGS and NGC have reached eye-catching prices at auctions and online listings. Reports from multiple auction sources, including eBay and several private numismatic exchanges, indicate that coins in near-pristine mint condition graded MS65 have sold for around $3,500, while those achieving a slightly higher grade or featuring notable die anomalies have crossed the $4,000 mark in recent sales. These figures demonstrate that even a coin many would overlook in everyday change can hold surprising investment potential when preserved correctly. Collectors in the UK and across Europe are particularly fascinated by this series due to its accessibility and its connection to American history, making it an appealing entry point into US numismatics. The rarity of the 1990 penny depends on several factors: minting quality, condition, and grading certification. Those struck with minor flaws, double dyes, or faint mint marks can elevate their status considerably. However, even a bad condition coin, when authenticated and verified by a reputable grading service, can command attention from overseas buyers, especially those seeking coins that represent historical transitions. This growing international demand, particularly from the UK collector market, has created new opportunities for owners of these older Lincoln cents to benefit from rising global interest. Current market trends suggest that while ordinary circulated examples may trade for face value, graded specimens or coins identified with unique characteristics can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the platform and bidder competition. It's not unusual for these coins to appear in specialized auctions or online collector forums where the bidding atmosphere turns heated, especially when rarity and visual appeal align. In recent months, several sales have proven that even well-worn examples can surprise collectors, as passion for vintage US coinage continues to soar internationally. For collectors seeking to invest in this coin, the best advice is simple. Look for clarity in strike, strong details on Lincoln's face and the memorial, and any potential anomalies. Even if the coin you find seems rough, dull, or corroded, it may still hold value when examined under proper lighting or with magnification. Submitting it to professional graders such as NGC or PCGS can transform an overlooked coin into a valued collectible with certified authenticity. Keeping your coin in a dry, secure environment will also help preserve its integrity and prevent further deterioration, vital steps for maximizing long-term value. In conclusion, the 1991 cent coin may appear unremarkable at first glance, but for those who understand the language of rarity, condition, and collector psychology, it's a fascinating example of how small details can lead to big rewards. Whether it's a coin in poor shape found at the bottom of a drawer or a well-preserved gem hiding in a forgotten roll, every 1990 penny carries a story worth telling. With market prices reaching thousands of dollars for the finest examples and demand growing rapidly among UK and international buyers, now is the perfect time to take a closer look at your change and discover whether one of America's modest cents could be your unexpected treasure. Stay tuned with World Numismatic Finds, where ordinary coins transform into extraordinary opportunities. Next up, the 1988 1-cent coin, a humble yet potentially rewarding collectible that many overlook in their everyday pocket change. Though this coin might appear outdated and worn, its story and value in today's rare coin market tell a completely different tale. Every nick, mark, and faded detail on this 1988 penny speaks of its long journey through decades of commerce, yet under the right conditions, this coin can surprise even the most seasoned numismatists with its incredible worth and collectible charm. The 1988 1-cent coin was part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Series, first introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse proudly bears the timeless profile of President Lincoln, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity and democracy. These coins were struck at several mints across the United States, primarily in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The year 1988 was a transitional period for American coinage, when the copper-plated zinc composition was still relatively new, having replaced the traditional bronze alloy. This shift not only reduced production costs but also created subtle variations and minting errors that make certain 1988 cents particularly sought after by collectors today. Culturally, the Lincoln cent has deep roots in American history. It has been in continuous circulation for over a century, symbolizing not only the economic story of the United States but also the enduring legacy of one of its greatest leaders. The 1988 1-cent coin holds a special place in this lineage because it reflects the nation's gradual move toward modern minting technology. For collectors, it represents a bridge between two eras, the classic feel of old copper coins and the precision of contemporary minting processes. In the United Kingdom, where the fascination with foreign coinage and rare finds is thriving, the 1988 Lincoln cent has become a surprising topic of interest. UK collectors often seek these pieces as part of transatlantic numismatic portfolios, given the coin's combination of historical weight and rarity potential. Weighing around 2.5 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter, the 1988 penny may seem small, yet its value far outweighs its size. What makes this coin particularly exciting is that even though millions were minted, a select few feature striking errors or have been preserved in exceptional condition, making them stand out in auctions worldwide. Coins graded by top authorities like PCGS, NGC, and ANAX can command remarkable prices, especially those in high mint state conditions such as MS65 and above. Some verified auction records and online sales from well-known platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions have shown that top-quality examples of the 1988 Lincoln cent can fetch anywhere from around $3,000 to upwards of $4,000 depending on their strike, luster, and overall visual appeal. Rare varieties, such as transitional design errors or misaligned dies, have driven bids even higher in competitive sales. For collectors, condition is everything. A coin in outdated or poor condition may only carry sentimental or minimal monetary value, but a well-preserved 1988 penny with crisp detail and minimal wear can turn into a small fortune. Grading agencies use strict standards, and coins graded as MS65 or higher are prized for their near-perfect state, often free from scratches, discoloration, or dulling. In recent years, the collector demand for 1980s Lincoln cents has grown dramatically, as more enthusiasts discover hidden gems in their coin jars and old collections. In particular, the 1988 cent has caught the eye of UK-based numismatists and international investors who see it as a low-cost entry point into American coin collecting with potentially high returns. In today's coin market, rarity and presentation matter just as much as the coin story. With the 1988 1-cent coin, even an outdated or tarnished piece carries historical value. It tells the tale of late 20th century America, of changing minting standards, and of a design that connected millions of people across generations. Collectors are now chasing these coins with renewed enthusiasm, scouring online marketplaces and auction listings for those special editions with unique traits or top-condition surfaces. Some have reported that graded examples sold through reputable sources have surpassed $3,200 in recent bidding wars, while a few pristine specimens authenticated through PCGS and NGC have reached above $4,200 in private sales and online auctions. These figures have made this coin a quiet favorite among shrewd UK buyers and global investors who recognize the booming appeal of mid to late 20th century US coins. For anyone looking to enter the world of coin collecting or expand an existing portfolio, the 1988 Lincoln cent is a smart and exciting piece to consider. Begin by checking your coin boxes, old drawers, or inherited collections. You might already own a version of this coin without realizing its true worth. Always look for coins with clear details, no corrosion, and a strong shine under light. If you discover a piece that seems particularly sharp or error-like, consider having it graded by a professional service to verify its authenticity and market potential. Coins certified by PCGS or NGC often sell for significantly higher amounts because of their credibility and transparent grading process. In conclusion, the 1988 1-cent coin may appear outdated, but its true beauty lies in its resilience and rarity. It stands as a tribute to America's enduring numismatic tradition and as a valuable collectible that continues to surprise experts in today's market. Whether you're in the United States or the United Kingdom, this little copper-plated treasure holds the potential to transform an ordinary find into an extraordinary investment. So the next time you come across a worn 1988 penny, think twice before dismissing it, because in the right light and condition, that tiny coin could be your gateway to a piece of American history worth thousands of dollars. Next up, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin, better known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, continues to capture the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts around the world, especially those in the UK who are fascinated by American numismatic treasures. This particular coin, even when found in a chronic or heavily worn condition, carries a remarkable story tied to the nation's bicentennial year, a time of great celebration and patriotic pride in the United States. While the 1-cent denomination might seem humble, the 1976 edition stands as a historical marker that reminds us of America's 200th anniversary of independence. Struck primarily at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, the 1976 Lincoln cent still features the enduring image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design by Frank Gasparo that represents unity, leadership, and national respect. Collectors in both America and the UK often recognize that coins like the 1976 Lincoln cent are more than just pocket change. They are tangible links to a defining chapter in world history. During the mid-1970s, the United States was celebrating its bicentennial in grand fashion, with special coin designs, national festivities, and a renewed sense of patriotism. While the cent did not receive a unique commemorative design that year, its continued circulation during such a historic period gives it a strong cultural identity. The coin is made from copper, with a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing around 3.11 grams, which gives it a solid, traditional feel compared to the lighter zinc-based pennies of the following decades. Even in a chronic or aged condition, the coin's rich copper tone, sometimes darkened with time, reflects the history it has traveled through the hands of Americans during a year of great celebration and transformation. What makes the 1976 1-cent coin so captivating for collectors, particularly those seeking undervalued or overlooked American coins, is the range of conditions and varieties that exist in today's market. While billions of these cents were minted, true rarity emerges from their state of preservation and certain minting peculiarities. Collectors hunting through rolls or inherited coin jars often discover that coins with unusual toning, double die features, or strong mint luster can fetch impressive prices at auction. On major numismatic platforms like PCGS, NGC, heritage auctions, and even on online marketplaces such as eBay, examples of the 1976 Lincoln cent graded MS65 have reached figures around $1,400, while top-end specimens with superb strike and immaculate surfaces have been known to sell for well over $2,300 depending on collector demand and certification. These values continue to surprise many, as coins once thought ordinary have proven their worth in the ever-changing landscape of rare coin investment. Rarity in the world of numismatics is not only defined by how many coins were minted but by how many have survived in excellent or collectible condition. A 1976 cent in chronic, circulated form may not hold immense face value, yet it remains a foundational piece for those starting their collection or looking to connect with a piece of American history. In the UK, where collectors often admire the detailed portraiture and historical weight of US coins, the 1976 penny has gained an interesting following. Its age, copper composition, and direct tie to America's bicentennial celebrations give it an edge that newer coins lack. Even those with scratches, fading luster, or tarnished surfaces are finding places in world coin collections due to their nostalgic and educational appeal. The charm of this coin lies in its story and the pride it represents, a reminder of how even the smallest denomination can hold immense historical value. For collectors who wish to invest or expand their portfolios, it's important to understand the key factors that drive the 1976 1-cent value. Certified coins from recognized grading companies like PCGS and NGC often yield higher returns because authenticity and grade guarantee collector confidence. Those in mint state condition with full, sharp details and a strong red color tone tend to attract competitive bids both online and at live auctions. Meanwhile, coins with unique toning patterns or rare die characteristics can spark intense bidding wars, pushing their market prices far beyond expectations. Even circulated examples can become valuable when found in error varieties such as off-center strikes or double dies, making it worthwhile for UK and international collectors to inspect every piece carefully. In today's market, the 1976 Lincoln cent has shown an upward trend in value, reflecting the growing global fascination with historical US coinage. The beauty of this coin is that it bridges history, artistry, and patriotism in a single copper disc. For those in the UK seeking collectible coins with potential for appreciation, the 1976 penny represents a wise and sentimental choice, affordable enough to start a collection, yet rare enough in higher grades to yield significant profits. Experts suggest that the demand for vintage Lincoln cents, especially those tied to milestone years like 1976, will continue to rise as more collectors worldwide recognize their importance and cultural charm. For collectors new to the field, it's essential to store coins properly to prevent further deterioration. Keep them in acid-free holders or sealed capsules, avoid touching the surfaces, and research grading standards to understand how condition directly affects value. Engaging with online coin communities or following auctions can also provide insights into current price trends and rare finds. Always compare market prices across multiple platforms such as heritage auctions, eBay, Great Collections, and certified grading company records to get a clear picture of the coin's potential worth. In conclusion, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin remains a remarkable piece of American history that continues to draw admiration from collectors across the Atlantic. Despite its small denomination and often chronic condition, it carries immense cultural weight, historical importance, and surprising market potential. With specimens graded at MS65 selling for around $1,400 and rare, pristine examples exceeding $2,300, this coin has proven that even the simplest cent can become a valuable asset in today's rare coin market. For anyone in the UK or beyond seeking to own a tangible piece of America's bicentennial era, the 1976 Lincoln cent stands as both a nostalgic keepsake and a wise collectible investment that continues to grow in demand and value year after year. Next up, the 1983 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like just another old penny, especially when you find it in rusty or worn-out condition. But beneath that aged copper-plated surface lies a story of transition, rarity, and surprising collector value that has captured the attention of numismatists and treasure hunters worldwide. Many people have underestimated the worth of this small copper-plated zinc cent, but the truth is, the 1983 penny has turned into a modern collectible gem that can be worth far more than its face value, even when found in less than perfect shape. The 1983 1-cent coin was struck during a crucial period in U.S. coin history, just a year after the dramatic switch from the traditional 95% copper composition to the newer 97.5% zinc planchet coated in copper. This change, made to cut production costs, created a fascinating blend of old and new, as some transitional errors and die varieties slipped into circulation. Many of these 1983 cents display small but significant differences that have become the stuff of collector legends. Produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the 1983 Lincoln cent still proudly bears the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the stately Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a timeless tribute to one of America's greatest presidents and an enduring symbol of freedom and unity. Even with its rusty or corroded appearance, a 1983 penny carries more than metal value. It carries history. It's a small witness to an era of economic change, industrial innovation, and patriotic pride. Culturally, this coin represents the resilience of the American spirit. In the early 1980s, the U.S. economy was recovering from tough times, and the nation was redefining its modern identity. The penny, though humble, continued to play a role in everyday commerce, linking people across all walks of life. For collectors and historians, the 1983 cent captures that spirit of endurance. Rusty or not, it stands as a reminder that even the smallest things can hold great historical significance. The details of Lincoln's face, the intricate steps of the memorial, and the inscription E pluribus unum continue to reflect America's unity and strength, making this coin a deeply symbolic collectible for both U.S. and international enthusiasts, including those from the UK who are drawn to coins that mark pivotal changes in history. When it comes to its technical aspects, the 1983 1-cent coin weighs approximately 2.5 grams, much lighter than the pre-1982 copper issues that weighed around 3.1 grams. This lighter weight is one of the quickest ways to distinguish the modern zinc-based cents from their earlier copper counterparts. The composition consists of a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper, giving it the same reddish tone but making it more prone to corrosion and rust, which explains why many surviving examples today show surface damage. However, even a rusty 1983 penny can surprise you, especially if it happens to be one of the rare transitional errors or double die varieties that have fetched thousands of dollars in auctions. Now here's where it gets exciting for collectors and investors. While an ordinary 1983 penny in average circulated condition might only fetch a few cents, certain rare varieties, particularly those graded at a high mint state, have skyrocketed in value across several online markets and auction platforms. According to various reputable sources such as PCGS, NGC, Heritage Auctions, and recent eBay sales, a 1983 Lincoln cent with the right variety and excellent condition can command incredible prices. For example, a well-preserved 1983 double die reverse cent graded MS65 has recently been valued around $800, showing steady demand among serious collectors. Even more astonishing, certain examples with perfect mint luster, strong die features, or certified by major grading companies have achieved market prices reaching over $1,300 in top-tier auctions. These figures highlight how much collector enthusiasm surrounds this coin, especially among international buyers who see U.S. small cents as affordable yet potentially lucrative investments. Rarity plays a huge role in determining its worth. The 1983 cent was produced in massive quantities, but only a fraction remain in pristine condition due to the zinc's susceptibility to oxidation. Rust, discoloration, and surface bubbles are common, making flawless specimens highly sought after. Collectors who discover a sharp strike, clean fields, and strong details often send them for certification to maximize their coin's value. Even a rusty coin, if it shows an error like a double die or transitional planchet, could turn out to be a hidden treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand and bidding wars. The recent surge in online coin auctions has made the 1983 penny a hot topic, and enthusiasts from the UK and Europe have begun acquiring these coins, recognizing their growing international appeal and the potential for rising values in future markets. For collectors looking to invest wisely, a few smart tips can make all the difference. Always handle your coins carefully, avoid cleaning or polishing them, and if you suspect you have a valuable error, get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Keep an eye on current auction trends on platforms such as eBay or Heritage Auctions to track how prices are moving. Sometimes, Even coins with surface rust or discoloration can find eager buyers if they possess a rare die variety or mint characteristic. It's also wise to learn about subtle differences between Philadelphia and Denver issues, as some mint marks can influence desirability and pricing. In conclusion, the 1983 United States 1-cent coin is far more than an old rusty penny. It's a collectible artifact from a turning point in American coinage. It stands at the crossroads of tradition and change, carrying both historic and monetary value that continues to climb in today's collector markets. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner in the UK fascinated by US coins, this small but powerful coin offers a chance to hold a piece of history that could also turn into a rewarding find. So before you overlook that corroded penny in your change jar, take a closer look. It just might be one of the hidden gems that collectors are racing to uncover today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.